But what I constantly find interesting is Marco Sturm is harping on the idea that not everybody is bought into what he's selling. And I get it from a standpoint of, yeah, all right, what you're selling is you're a brand new head coach, you're a former player, you've been bouncing around, the NHL, but you were a head coach in the AHL for a while. So now here's your real opportunity to be the head man of an NHL team, and it just so happens the team you were a former player on. Am I talking about Gerard Mayo? Oh, no. Sorry. No, it's Marco Sturm. I know. I just lay up. But he keeps harping on how his team hasn't been bought in. And after that abysmal loss where Swayman allowed 7 goals to the Senators without Brady Tkachuk, going 16 of 23 saves versus shots faced, a .696 save percentage, and 7 goals allowed. Here's what Marco Sturm had to say after the game.
You either buy in or not. That's right there. That's the difference, and that's what if you just look at the Ottawa team today, and they do it, and we're not, and that's the game.
Penalty kill.
You either buy in or not. How are we still not bought in? How is this team still facing difficulties where the head coach is consistently calling them out? They're 5-7 right now. They're last in the Atlantic Division, or at least tied for last in terms of points. But if you marked it off before tonight's game, we would be dead last. I don't know what to say about this team right now. They are just not good. And yeah, part of that is because of the fact that if Marco is right, which I would be shocked if he wasn't, is the team isn't bought into what he wants, what he's selling, what he's trying to say to the guys. Hey, listen, let's play like this. And clearly, it's not working because Marco's coming from a standpoint where he's talked about it leading up into the season that he wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to win games 1-0, 2-1. He wants his goalie to be there, stand on his head, his defense to be right in the faces of everyone, making sure that it's almost impossible to get a shot off. But our number 1 D pairing leads the league in goals allowed against 5-on-5. They are tied with Cam Fowler and Colton Parayko. Allowing 10 freaking goals. I talked about this last week. Lowry needs to build up. He needs to start to get thick. He needs to start to put on muscle. I understand he's got a tall frame, but he's got to put on that muscle because he's weak on his stick. And it was clear last week when he allowed that goal, just throwing a stick out there and nothing happened. The guy was like, okay, right through it. And Charlie McAvoy has not been any better. Charlie McAvoy is a typical offensive defenseman who isn't doing any offense and not doing any defense. You're just sitting there questioning what is going on. And there's a reason why you lose 6 straight games. I understand, Tim, it's early in the season. They're still trying to figure it out. Well, you know what? A lot of these guys played together last year. Yes, they got some additions. Yes, you got a lot of younger guys becoming more full-time. Yes, you had a lot of additions on the bottom six, but the top six and your defense pairings, for the most part, played together last season. They know each other. They should know enough where losing 6 straight, it's not a fluke. It's not a one-off. They did come together against Colorado in a game where it was inevitable that having lost 6 straight, you were going to lose 7 because you're playing the friggin' Avs. But they somehow pulled it out of their ass and got the win in regulation of all times. And now they've been, hot and cold, right? After beating the Avs, they got smoked on Monday versus the Senators, 7-2 with Swayman in net. And looking at who was in net, Swayman was also in net for Colorado, where he only allowed 2 goals this time. But getting smoked 7-2 against the Senators and then beating the Islanders 5-2 after coming down from a 2-0 deficit early in the game. It's, hey, that's nice. That's a good thing. And now they're beating the Sabres 3-2 with 9 minutes remaining. Uh-oh. And by the way, Buffalo has yet to win on the road. They haven't won on the road at all. So it's coming to a situation where I know it's October 30th. There is plenty of season remaining. Again, the playoffs don't start until friggin' April. All right? So we still have November, December, January, March, February, May, April. What? Did I just... do I know my stuff? Do I know the calendar? November, December, January, February, March, April. Okay. Now that we got that squared away, it's 6 months away. April is 6 months away. We still have 6 months of hockey. Okay? And I am not throwing this season down the gutter. I am not. But I am nervous as all hell because I wouldn't be surprised around the start of December, mid-November, start of December, mid-December. Holy crap. I'm here and then I'm not. Start of December, mid-December, I'm doing an episode where I'm waving the white flag because this team clearly doesn't have it. I'm going to give them some time. I'm not looking to write them off, today because that's foolish. Freaking 12 games into the season, 13 games into the season after tonight. But at the same time, I'm also watching and paying attention going, we're not a good hockey team. And everything that Marco Sturm is preaching, we're playing the exact opposite. That's not the type of game, that's not the type of relationship players and coaches should have. If a coach is preaching defense, 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 yet you're giving up 7, 5, 4 goals a game, where the hell is that defense?